Hey guys, Brian here with Top Notch. Today I'm going to give you guys a review of my Walker mower. Alright guys, first thing I'm going to show you here is the deck. It is a 48-inch deck, and the one thing I do love about these Walker mowers are the decks are interchangeable, which means I can take a 42-inch deck off another Walker and put it on this one and it'll work just fine. The deck is pretty simple. These little pins here, that's how you adjust the deck height. You have 4 of them. You got one there, you got one there, you got one there, and one there. Okay. Also, I'm going to show you guys a problem that comes up every once in a while. This deck is designed to where if you hit something hard, like a rock or something, so you don't break the gears, it has shear pins. So take that little cover off. There's a little shear pin right there. You can see it there with the cotter pin on it. There's a shear pin, and I think I broke probably 3 or 4 of those this year. Not a big deal. They're really cheap and they're pretty easy to fix. So that's just one of the things that kind of goes wrong with these. Here is the here's all the gears. Okay, of course this one controls that blade. That one controls that blade. So I did replace this gearbox this year because George, he hit the blade on some concrete and pretty much just shattered the gearbox. So, but like I said, not a big deal. They're $200. It's not chump change by no means, but it's better than having your mower in the shop for a while. And it took us about 15 minutes to change it, so not a big deal. There's little Allen wrenches right here. You just take that off, you fill this up with gear oil. Same thing for that one. And that's how you maintenance those. Kind of like I showed you guys before, this deck is a flip up deck. And how you do it is those 2 little red pins right there. Okay, you just flip that up and pull it out. Same thing with that side. Then you got that handle right there, and it just flips right up. Okay, you have this little latch right here, and just hooks down on there, just like that, and she stays up. Okay. So here is the deck. It's 2 blades. And they are timed to where they won't hit each other. So, also there's the chute right underneath there. That's where the grass gets sucked up into. And I'll kind of try to show you anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhook that. See that chute down there? There it is, right there. Okay. Now chute brings the grass. Alright, so there's the chute, okay, that we just saw. It lines up with this blower. Okay, this blower is what sucks it all up. Okay, you can see this blower right here, the wheels of the blades turn. And what that does is it sucks it up, and it sucks it right up through that hole right there, which is on the deck. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that right now so you guys can see that. Okay, so the blower's down there, it sucks it up through here. Then on the hopper, there it is right there. Okay, The grass gets sucked up through there. Okay, so I'm gonna put the hopper down. Grass comes up and it comes out of here. And this thing rotates like this. So it kind of spreads the grass evenly throughout the box, throughout the hopper. There is a sensor, but I had to take it out because mine started malfunctioning at the end of the year. I just didn't go get a new one, but it goes right here. These wires plug up into it. And when your box gets full, this here kind of figures out when your box is full. I think that's what that is. But anyway, your sensor will beep at you when your box gets starting to get full, so you don't get clogged. If you're mowing and you don't hear the sensor and you get clogged, you have to clean out the bottom chute, and you have to clean out all the way up into the hopper. Which is still not a big deal. You just put your hand down there and pull it out. As you can see, I need to clean this thing out, which I'm going to do next week when the temperature gets up a little bit. I think we've got some highs in the 40, 45 to close to 50 range next week, so I'm going to get it out and clean all my mowers out and winterize them. Anyway, that's how it catches grass. Very, very good at catching grass. Very good for leaf cleanup. And, you know, of course, there's a gas tank. This here is your brake. This here is your throttle. One of the main differences between a walker and a lot of mowers is this here, you know, you go forward, okay, but you turn with these two right here. Okay, so if you want to turn left, you'd pull back on that one. If you want to turn right, you pull back on that one. These should never go forward. Okay, if you watch, I'm going to pull this throttle forward. You can watch those move. Okay, so that controls that. So you have no need to push those forward ever. So, and to back up, you would just push them both at the same time to back up. Okay, a little bit different. It takes a little bit getting used to, but once you get used to it, you're good as gold. All right, so this one here is a 23 horse Kohler, and let's take a look at it. All right, guys, like I said, there's the blower that I showed you guys. Here's the hydraulics, batteries over there. Okay. You know, when I first started working on these or driving these, they looked kind of complicated down here to me and had a lot of stuff, but after you tinker with them for a little while, you figure out that it's not that big a deal. There's the 23 horse. It's been a pretty good machine so far. This year I got right exactly 250 hours on it for the year. And when I bought it, it had like half an hour on it. So anyway, the one problem that I had with my other one that I had, my 42, is if you can see down there, there's the starter. Okay, you know, that one had 1,800 hours on it, and it was like 12 years old. So I assume the starter had never been changed, but to change the starter on these, you have to pull the engine. Okay, and this sounds a lot harder than it is, but it's really not. You just have some, you got 3 bolts on the bottom. You got a couple bolts on each side holding the engine into place, and you just take the belts off and you're good to go. Just kind of wanted to show you guys the machine. I had a few people ask me about it, if I do a review on it, and not a problem. As far as cutting goes, these things are awesome. As you guys can see in some of my videos, they cut very well. Alright guys, you know, as far as cutting goes, man, these things cut great. They stripe really well. They pick up the grass very well. And they're very good for fall cleanup. I usually blow out the beds of all the leaves and everything, and this thing just sucks it right up. Sometimes you have to go over it a couple times, but it's a lot easier than raking and picking it up and all that crap. And all right, here's a look at the belts and everything. Now, a good way to clean out that blower motor is to take this belt off, which you can see it's already kind of loose. They're not too tight. and take that belt off, and you can spray power washer down in there, and you'll make them blades go real fast, and it'll kind of clean itself. That's a good way of doing it. So, but you know, there's the air filter. You know, there's the back wheel. The one thing that people complain about these machines is the fact they are kind of high maintenance. They have a lot of grease fittings you have to grease up. I haven't counted them up, but a lot of people say there's somewhere around 50 or so. If so, I might be missing a few, but you know, there's, you know, grease fitting here, here. There's a bunch up here, right here. Just all the controls and all that kind of stuff. There's grease fittings. You got to keep them greased. I try to grease mine. I try to do it every week, but sometimes I forget, or sometimes I'm just lazy, but I at least do it every 2 weeks. A lot of grease fittings up front with the wheels and stuff, you know. But you can kind of see how, you know, this thing is well put together. They do cost a pretty penny, but I think they're worth it if you have a lot of yards that need bagged. So, you know, that's kind of the machine. And just pull this back. Put that back. So, there she is. Like I said, very good machine. Like I said, I haven't had many problems with her this year. You know, it's just the, you know, broke that gearbox there, but that was our mistake. But as far as, you know, just normal everyday stuff, you know, she's been really good. Haven't had to put her in the shop at all. You know, 250 hours, I actually thought I would have a lot more than that, but apparently not. I mean, I know some guys that have 500-600 hours a year on them. And, but if you have a lot of properties, then the hours will rack up. But, you know, with good maintenance, these things will last you every bit of 3,000 hours. I've seen a lot of them with 2,500 to 3,000 hours. I've seen some up to 4,000 hours. So, you know, if you, just like anything else, if you take care of them, they'll last you a while. You know, the other one I had, and I ended up selling it because I just never used it anymore. I originally got it as a backup just in case something happened to this one. I had to put it in the shop or something. But, you know, I ended up selling it, and that thing was 12 years old. It was an 01, so it was 13 years old. It had almost 2,000 hours on it, and it still ran good. I had to change the starter on it, but, you know, that little stuff's going to happen. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions about this mower, please ask me. I've driven these mowers for a long time. This is the first year I've owned one. So I'm very, very happy with it. And really did a good job for me all year long. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.